Hello everyone, this is World Exposure. I'm starting to wonder if the Oabam administration is aware of the dangers with the Muslim Brotherhood, the largest Islamist opposition group in Egypt and in other countries that also has been responsible for such things like the assassination of the Egyptian Prime Minister in 1948 and the assassination of the Egyptian President in 1981. The Muslim Brotherhood has also been known to advocate suicide bombings on civilians to fight Zionism. Hamas is just a wing of the Muslim Brotherhood who wants the annihilation of all the Jewish people and the destruction of Israel. And the Egyptian government now has information that a U.S. diplomat was sent by Barack Obama to an embassy in Cairo to meet with one of the Muslim Brotherhood senior leaders on the future of Egypt after the fall of the Egyptian president. To talk about what? The Muslim Brotherhood is the leading opposition in Egypt with about 600,000 members. And the Obama administration wants to say they call it an orderly transition or a reform to democracy there. You see, the Obama administration is denouncing the violence but praising the transition. And with 600,000 members of the Muslim Brotherhood, the violence is the transition, and if the Muslim Brotherhood takes control with the Obama administration accepting it just as an orderly transition or a reform there will be no democracy but continued violence. The Muslim Brotherhood doesn't want to just control Egypt, they also want an empire stretching from Spain to Indonesia. The Muslim Brotherhood seems to be fooling the Obama administration and others, claiming that they are peaceful and that they denounce violence and terrorism such as the 9/11 attacks. This is a dangerous situation as it makes themselves look peaceful to world leaders. The underlying fact is that when they denounce violence and terrorism, it creates conflict within the Muslim Brotherhood with those members who are in favor of violence. The Muslim Brotherhood then branches off into groups that do advocate violence, in which the Muslim Brotherhood does not take responsibility from the violence that they cause, but instead distances themselves from those groups, claiming that they are acting independently. Just the very ideology of the Muslim Brotherhood could even influence violent Muslim extremists who aren't even a part of the Muslim Brotherhood. Osama bin Laden himself once said that he was influenced by the religious and political ideology of some of his university professors. These professors also happen to have ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay, so maybe it is time for the current Egyptian president to step down. After all, he has been in there for 30 years and has taken away many of their freedoms. And I think the unemployment rate is something like 40%. But the problem here is that the Obama administration needs to be more careful, not only on what they wish for with respect to the results of a transition in Egypt, but also on how they choose their words demanding the transition. The Egyptian Foreign Ministry said that what foreign parties are saying about a period of transition beginning immediately in Egypt is rejected, and that such statements inflame the internal situation in Egypt. The Obama administration should also be aware of the underlying danger that comes with the Muslim Brotherhood. The Obama administration actually invited the Muslim Brotherhood to his Cairo speech back in 2009. We're not gaining anything trying to work with such a group of people. The death toll in Egypt is now over 100, and I find it very disturbing, but not surprising, that the Obama administration is not denouncing such a violent organization.